Yeah, surely,
Hey, boys, what's up?
yeah.
All five of the Kings.
How are you?
I'm good, boys. I'm fucking excited to chat to you, boys. This is like bucket list for me. I'm
Come
I'm
on.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
very keen. I know you guys have just got to Australia, right? You're in Perth?
Yeah.
We're in
Yeah.
Perth.
Oh,
Got a show tonight.
yeah, I know. I'm so excited for Saturday. Hey, I'm in Sydney, so I won't see you guys till Saturday.
Okay.
But boys, thank you
Nice.
for coming back. So
Yes,
good,
sir.
Thank you. That was
so good. You're all looking
good.
good too. You're not on peptides, are you? What's it like being back? You've literally just touched down, yeah?
It's
been great.
Yeah, when was it?
It gets like that, with the jet lag. Like you don't know how long. I think we've been here 2-ish days.
Yeah,
Two-ish
I think
days.
this is about the third day for some of us.
Yeah.
Right. What's the routine when you're here? Do you guys go out? Do you drink? Do you stay in? Have you herbal tea?
We had a couple of drinks had a couple of drinks yesterday, but today's a work day, so professional. And,
I was going to say, so we're drinking twice as much.
a little bit of rehearsal today.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. A little rehearsal for the show tonight, and then we're looking forward to Sydney on the 16th.
Yeah,
So yeah,
sick. See, you guys haven't been here as a five since 2000. Is that right?
Yeah,
Sounds
about
crazy,
right.
yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. That's insane. Well, look, it's been so good to see you all back together. I mean, you're 12 months in now. Do you want to rip each other's heads off, or are you just loving being back
Every day.
together?
We're just on the edge of our seat every day. To be honest, this time round, it really has been, and it sounds really cliched, it really has been a healing process for all of us. I think
beautiful.
it's been so beautiful.
Beautiful.
But I think it's been that way for the fans as well. I think that resonates when we're on stage. I think our friendship resonates to them, which is why they have a good time when we're on stage. So it feels really good at the moment. I'm not saying in the future I won't want to punch someone.
But back in the day, our schedule was just absolutely crazy. So like now, we did the tour in the UK, they did the leg of the tour in the UK. Now we're here, but in between we've had like a break.
Yeah.
But back in the day, it wouldn't have been a break. We'd have just been constantly doing promotion and just in each other's pockets every minute. So it's you're gonna struggle.
And from when we first landed here, if this was back in the 90s, 2000s, we would have been doing promo every day from 7 in the morning until night time. Then we would have been going on stage. Then we would have been coming off. So that's why we all just went crazy and like.
John, you'd have had a lot of content that you probably could have used.
What are you talking to me?
No, that's Johnny B. That's Johnny
Oh,
B.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
do you know what? I was looking at I went to the gym and I listened to all three of your albums because I love your music, but like I was looking at the dates that they came out, the years they came out, and you guys just pumped out music, and you don't see that these days. There's like 5 years between an album, but I feel like there's this story around so many pop stars of the 90s and 2000s. I mean, you look at Britney Spears, she was having a breakdown when she released Blackout, and then she was supposedly recovered when she put out the next album. Like they just used to work you guys so hard, and there's no wonder so many bands didn't end up going on and so many bad things happened.
Well,
Absolutely, yeah.
Sean says it well actually when we're actually on stage. He says that a lot of the record companies and people around our types of bands back in the day didn't think that there was any kind of staying power or any kind of longevity to our type of music that we were doing, that it was just kind of this throwaway product. So they just had to try and get as much money as quickly as possible from it, which are what's happening to us now. And the fact that we're touring again 25 years later shows that that wasn't actually the case, because we've got people still wanting to come and listen to the music now. It's enabled us to do a 25-date sellout tour of the UK a quarter of a century after we split up.
Yeah.
And now we're over here in Oz. We're doing a tour over here, going over to New Zealand. It'll carry on other places. So it shows that that wasn't the case. So it could have been worked differently, and we would have basically still been going up until this day. We just would have had breaks in between. But
Yeah.
I think that was a lot to do with how people saw our music. That it's like throw away. We've got to make as much as we can. But
And it was
really
4.5 years of like intense pressure.
Yeah.
And then and we've said it in interviews, like it's like strapped to a rocket and then set off, and then all of a sudden you're dropped off in your hometown and you go, what happened? And it has genuinely taken us 20 odd years to work that out so we can be here now and appreciate it and and actually embrace it for the first time.
It's so good, and as you said, it's healing for the fans. Like I love seeing you boys back together. And you know, I've read all of your stories individually. You know, Abs, I'm well aware of the struggles you've had over the years. I loved your solo music, by the way. Like what you got, I used to smash that song back in the day. Like I know
Thank you, bro.
you
I
like
love, man.
yeah, like Jay and Abs. Like I'm a rapper, and when I was a kid, one of the songs that made me want to get into rap was "Get the Feeling" because I just loved your voices so much, and my mum used to have to put up with me doing that rap, you know. But your music is so special to the fans. Like,
Sure, man.
Can we do it in Sydney if Jay's struggling?
absolutely.
Yeah, man.
If you lose your voice, bro, I'll get up and do it with you, 100%.
Yeah, I'll be out the night before now.
I know, but Jay, you completely stepped away from the scene for all these years. You haven't really performed for 25 years until this tour came back, correct?
No, yeah, it was actually the first time we started rehearsals to do this together with each other was literally the first time I'd held a mic in my hand on stage. The first time I'd been on any kind of stage since the last time we all did it at the end of like 2001.
Yeah.
But just, you know, over the years, I kind of used to look at it. I used to go, geez, I can't believe I used to do that in front of all those people. I think I'd actually get nervous doing it now. And then once we all were speaking again and we got back together, and as soon as we started doing it, I got on the stage and I was like, this is where I'm supposed to be.
I remember
Yeah,
saying to Jay in rehearsals, he was sort of doing it, and I could see he was still in his own head. And this was like a couple of days before like the first show, and I said to him,
I'm gonna butt you.
No, I said, no. I don't remember. I said, "Where's Jay from Five?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "I'm trying. I'll get there." And then I literally watched Jay from Five turn up day one. And I was like, "There's Jay from Five."
Yeah.
It's like Bruce Banner, and you know he's got the Hulk inside of him. That we had to get.
I love that. You've all I mean you've all had you know really so much success since you've gone on though. I know Scott, you did radio for a bit, hey, in the UK. Oh, are you still doing radio?
No, the boys don't like mentioning that.
You did radio.
I have done a bit of.
You're a good radio announcer, bro. I respect you, man. You got a good voice. Yeah. And Richie, you lived
You're not a DJ. Just
not a DJ.
You don't bust a mix. You don't like Scott.
DJs.
He's a radio DJ.
Oh, you're a DJ.
Richie, you lived in Sydney for a bit, yeah? You had a restaurant.
Yeah. On Glebe Point Road.
That's right.
I remembered.
Yeah. When was that?
Would have been like 2011 or 12.
Yeah, right. So you lived in Australia
Yeah,
for a
just
bit.
a random one, like, you know, it was like when the small bar thing was taking off.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we just got in there and gave it a go. But I definitely prefer performing on stage with these boys.
Absolutely. How cool that you guys can come back together all these years later and you're killing it too. Like the tour looks insane. I know it's been so well received, as you said. You know, you've sold it out many times. And I know someone who was a really big advocate for you guys at the start was Robbie Williams, who obviously came from a boy band originally and has been really open about his struggles and everything. But that moment on stage when Robbie brought you guys out, I got emotional watching it. And I'm sure for you guys, that was really special as well.
Yeah,
it was incredible, you know, to have support of someone so big and such a legend as Robbie. And even now, like, it wasn't just the show, like he still reaches out now and, you know, drops us a message all the time saying, you know, how's everything? He spoke about this bag of rocks that you've got to let go. And it really helped. It was a really good sort of way to see letting like past stuff go and like not worrying about it, not carrying it with you.
He was talking about how he reconciled with Take That, you
Yeah.
know, and they now friends and stuff like that.
I know.
that was actually the first time we'd all been on stage together, and that was the first time we performed since we got back together.
Wow.
So it was like we did nothing with each other for 25 years. And then we went on stage with Rob for
Half a song.
the odd 70,000 people at the Emirates Stadium.
Wow, what a way to do it too. I had the pleasure of chatting to him last year when Better Man came out, the movie, because I was just so moved by that movie. You guys have all seen the movie, yeah?
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
Yeah,
fantastic, yeah.
and I just like, it just honestly, it just up, like, you know, his relationship with his dad, and I didn't realize, and it was everyone always asks you, who's your favorite artist you've ever spoken to, and Robbie is at the top of the list for me. Like, he's just such a down-to-earth guy, been through so much, but just has so much wisdom to pass on, I feel. Hey. Yeah. So you guys have had a break for a few months. You've been, I know it's been a few months since the UK shows. You're now over here in Australia. How are you feeling about being back in Australia?
Come on, it's gorgeous.
It's amazing. Do you know what? We turned up yesterday, the sun was shining. We're so looking forward to this tour. You know, as I say, we've got some brilliant dates. Brisbane on the 20th. We are in Melbourne on the 23rd, and we're in Auckland on the 25th.
Yeah.
You do that off the top of your head?
God, you're good, mate.
All right. Wow.
I love that. You're the brains behind the operation, aren't you? You're the one that's
Well,
Keep the brains behind. Very cool. I'll tell you that.
Let me tell no, I'm more the operation.
Well, do you have any memories from the last time you were in Australia? Anything that stood out to you that you're excited to do again while you're here? When you were here as a 5.
This morning, to be honest, man. Just about remember this morning. But
Me and Abs have got the worst memory. Actually, we don't remember the past.
yeah.
We've got
Don't remember anything.
tiny little things, but nothing. These guys will say this happened, that happened. We don't remember a thing.
Yeah.
No
Need to
memory.
make room for the new stuff.
Yeah.
You do. How long are you in Sydney for?
2 or 3 days.
2 days.
Oh, at least you got a
I think,
couple
maybe.
of days here. That's good, because I mean, I can give you some recommendations after this. I mean, I'm sure you know a lot of spots.
Oh, yeah, there's some scheduled working about it. We just found we're doing a TV show on Friday. We're so early in the morning.
Fuck that
Early,
off. You guys
yeah.
need a break. You've been touring for the last year.
Tell me.
You know what it is? It's because they're not sure how long they're going to get out of this. It's a bit like the 90s. Just trying to squeeze a bit out, you know what I mean? Just in case.
Day off.
Looking back now, what do you think made Five different from all the other boy bands of that era? Because whenever I talk about you guys on the radio, we still play your music all the time, and not just like one song, multiple songs of yours. But I always say Five were the superior boy band because you guys just had everything. You know, there was a bit of rock in there was a bit of rap in there, it was pop. You were kind of a bit edgy, like compared to all the other boy bands, not so polished. Would you say that's why you stood out?
I think
definitely.
No, I think what it is.
He's up. He likes a bit of edge.
No, but I think what it is genuinely is like, not that there's anything wrong with pop music whatsoever, but none of us were into pop music. None of us had ever really said, we all fell into a boy band. We never wanted to be in a boy band.
Yeah.
You know, like I was into house music, rock music, and the grunge scene. You were a bit more poppy, weren't you?
I just wanted to be Glenn Medeiros.
Yeah. And then, you know, you've got like 2 hip hop heads over here, and Mr. Soul. And I don't know. And then, you know, we are pretty strong minded. So when we got in the studio and stuff, we wanted to do something different. And thankfully, Simon Cowell and the people behind it, you know, did want an edgy band, and that's what they friggin' got.
And surely what separates us from all the other bands, I think, as well, is that we eat with our fingers.
Well, Jay does.
Jay does.
But I think it's also the band that it's okay for boys to like. Like obviously, I'm sure other boy bands got more fans, but I just think that when you ask them if they're another band, they go, "Oh no, I don't like them." Whereas they say, "Yeah, we love Five. They're cool." So that's pretty cool.
And you obviously got like Max Martin was producing your stuff as well. Obviously one of the greatest producers of all time, still producing some of the greatest pop music in the world. Did you guys get to? Were you in the room with him when you were putting music together? Yeah. Wow.
So it was Dennis Pop. We started with Dennis, and obviously Max was there, but he wasn't the main guy back then. Yeah. And then when Dennis sadly passed away, Max done a very good job of doing those books. Yeah. So it was amazing. Yeah, very hands-on. Yeah,
that's sick. And the production on that music, like that was just the greatest production ever. Hey, like I'm listening back to the music this morning. Classic pop.
Say that now, but sorry, dude. We say it now when we listen to our stuff that it really does stand the test of time, and it shows how good production was at the time.
A lot of musicians did look down on it at the time, but I would always say, like, until you actually try it, I wouldn't knock it, because it's, you know, it's
say that about a lot of things, don't you?
on the radio. No, but the production songs sound so simple, but when it's not that easy.
Simple, it's not.
Not
No.
that easy.
And
Otherwise,
how many?
They're simple, it's difficult.
Yeah.
It's the
Jay.
you know what it is, Shawnee? It's the complexity in the simplicity.
Yeah.
the what?
Complexity in the simplicity.
The complexity.
Yeah,
exactly that.
Yeah.
Exactly that.
That's when he says it.
I know
it's
what
magic.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean, bro. Yeah.
Yes.
Obviously, you guys are now touring all these huge songs and seeing the way fans are reacting to them. Would you ever consider re-recording any of your music? Like I had Busted in the studio last year, and they've just re-recorded a bunch of their stuff. I was actually talking to them about you guys. I brought you up because like you're my favorite boy band. I was like, I would love Five to re-record their stuff, and they said that they knew you boys. Have you ever had that conversation?
We've not had that conversation, but like, funny enough, a lot of people keep on asking us whether we're going to do new music, and at the moment we're saying like we don't see that. We're not saying no to it. We're not saying yes to it either. Like, we're not sure, but with the old stuff, because I do feel that when we do our show now, it is very different. Like I would kind of like to do that. It's something that I would personally like to re-record some of the stuff, because I listen to the record and I go, I could do that better now.
Yeah.
Because I think you don't know your own voice or the capabilities of your own voice until you're in your mid sort of 20s, maybe even later. And I would love to get the opportunity to do that and go, this is what it will sound like now.
Yeah. What's the go with your old stuff? Because I know you guys put out a remix. It wasn't a remix album. It was like a project with stuff that was never released, and then there was another one that was mashups of all the different albums. So did you guys put that out yourselves, or was that the label that you were with at the time?
Well, no, we spoke to the label and
Cool.
collaborated. Yeah,
that's good. So you guys have a good relationship with them. That's amazing.
Yeah, no, it's really important. Obviously, like, you know, if they were just putting it out and we had no part in it, then it wouldn't feel so good. But yeah, we're really that's happened.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about, but it's fine.
It's fine. I've got it.
Ah, cool.
What's been some of the standout moments over the past 12 months since you guys have been back together as a five? You know, with fans or with each other. When you look back now, you're like, wow, I'm so glad that we did this, because that moment's going to stick with me for life.
I mean, there's always like the lovely things like going out on stage. That's always great, you know, unless you're really ill, but we haven't been. Don't know why. Well,
Yeah, because if I had a stomach ache, I wouldn't enjoy it.
but like you know, it's the private things that tend to be the nice things. So the first time we all got together and we hired an Airbnb, and we just, you know, I haven't all been in the same room for 24 years. That was it's a special moment.
Yeah.
It really does sound like a cliche, dude, but for me, I think it's been about 14, 15 months since we announced that we were going to do something again. Most of that time has been genuinely a life highlight.
Yeah.
Because there's been so much stuff, man, like getting back with these guys, being back on the stage, performing, just all the stuff that's happened, man.
Actually, had a really good time.
Yeah, life's been really, really, really good since this happened, and it's proved that it was definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, the correct thing to do.
As not all been together as a five-piece for so many years, I think either subconsciously, consciously, whatever, we've all carried it around for years, and it's really affected our life. Like us having a tight chest of something just not being complete.
Yeah.
You know, like it hadn't. The band hadn't fulfilled what it
should have done.
What it should have done. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just been a massive release to do this, and everything's just. It's like being back in Australia. Like we never envisioned that. We never envisioned like doing 25 dates. We never envisioned coming back to Australia, and everything's just like a massive dream. So when people say, "Are you going to do new music or whatever?" we don't want to jinx anything, because we never planned it. Yeah, we never planned the 25 days, and really that is the magic of five, because we just
we don't know what we're doing.
Blagging it. Yeah, we don't know what we're doing.
Absolutely.
That's what we do.
Yeah. You guys are going to be taking over the network across Australia, and we're going to be playing a few of your songs back to back. There's four in particular I want to talk about. First one, If You're Getting Down, a song that I reckon we play at least 5 times a week on the radio network here in Australia.
Man.
If You're Getting Down, take me back to the day you were recording that in the studio. What do you remember? What are some of your favorite memories of that song?
I think I remember being on the mic and just blasting the chorus out and then never going back to the lyrics, which is why it's got about 62 babies in it.
Yeah.
It has got a lot of babies in
I
it.
can't remember.
Because we didn't write any lyrics, it literally just went straight out.
I mean, not so much the recording of it, but performing it. It's one of like I've got a few that I really like performing, but that one, the bass line, just everything about that one sort of really hits, and they love it. So that gives me the energy to want to do it. Yeah, it's great.
It's a bloody banger. It's so good. Stood the test of time too. Another one that has stood the test of time. We still play on a regular basis. When the Lights Go Out. One of my favorite tracks from you boys. I feel like, did Max Martin produce this one?
No, that was Kennedy, a Yorkshireman, just like myself.
Really?
Yeah, we done. Still works. Yeah, still works.
They breed them good in Yorkshire, don't they?
Yeah, that's it. That's
Yorkshire tea.
he had his fish and chips, he had his little cup of tea, and then he busted it out.
When the Lights Go Out, it's like, look, I was listening to the lyrics. It's very, the chorus. If you didn't have that line, I was listening to it this morning, and I was like, if it didn't have, look, when you say you will succumb to me, it could go in a very different direction. But I feel like a couple of the lyrics choices in there.
Actually, you bringing that up when we were rehearsing back in London, probably about 5-6 days ago, when we were doing our final run-throughs of the whole show from start to finish, I actually kept kind of laughing out loud as we were doing it, because I was listening to the lyrics, and I was like, it was a little bit near the knuckles.
I don't think Kenny, man. He meant you're going to go out for a meal with me at some point. You know what I mean? If I just keep ringing you, at some point.
If I wear you down to the point where
that's what
you absolutely know you're never going to get rid of me unless you say yeah.
I mean, it is. If you
in
listen,
a bit of a stalky way.
although, Joey, what I will say, listen to your van in particular.
I know.
When I do my hips,
I know.
Yeah, I mean, it's not.
When I flick a switch,
But
I can get you off because I'm ready and equipped. So
no, a blatant lie.
You know, we're just thinking.
He's a liar.
Oh boy, see what I mean though? I knew there was something in that. If I brought that up, I knew there was something in that. Great song though. The next one, Everybody Get Up. This is just such a hype track, eh?
Yeah, this is a
this one.
it is a genuine banger, even if I do say so myself. And this is, I can remember Dennis Pop like having this song and playing it to us, and because we had this other song that was like quite ballady that we actually really liked, Something About You that I like, and we really liked it. And he was like, "Nah, man." He was like, "You guys, you got to be the hoodlums, man. You got to be like, And I just remember that in the studio and thinking, like, this is a little bit like the Beastie Boys or something. I was like, this is cool.
Probably my favourite videos we ever done, because it was like, I actually think that video was quite before its time with music videos. Like the fact that everything that we done was we had to do it in fast motion and slow motion. And what people don't realise, quite boring this, but the fast motion is the slow motion, and the slow motion is the fast motion in production. It's very, very interesting, I think.
Yeah.
No, it is.
I was watching the Keep On Moving video last night, and it looks like you guys have a filter on your face. I'm like, if that was 2020, like that's over 25 years ago. The technology they used, like, I don't know what they did on that video.
Yeah,
it's just a circular ring light. You always look great at the ring light.
Oh, absolutely. You guys were just naturally glowing as well. It's like you're on peptides before they even existed.
Stop it, show me.
That takes us into Keep On Moving, boys. I love this song so much. I actually at my 21st, which was 10 years ago, my whole 21st party, we made a video of me lip syncing Keep On Moving, but I went around the party and everyone did like a line. Like I should show it to you. And I've always said, if I ever meet you guys in person, I will remake it with you boys. Unfortunately, you're not in Sydney, so we won't get to do that. But such a special song to me and special song to so many people. It's the final song in your set list. Talk to me about what this song means to you guys. Any memories from making it?
When we were in the studio, for me personally, I just I had no idea that how big the song was going to be at all. I thought it was like another good one, but I didn't. I just couldn't predict. I mean, like so many years later to be on the radio, and then when we play the gigs and to see the impact that it has on the crowd and just how they lift. I mean, you just
didn't you say that when you met, when it was recorded, you heard it and you thought, yeah, it's a solid album.
I thought it was pretty. I thought it was I was a bit tired, but I just thought it was another good one. But we were making them really quick. Not to be big-headed or anything. It's just not analysing. No, but we were in that time, and I just didn't think I just didn't think that much of it. But then again, I didn't think that people had been singing any of our songs this many years on. So
it's a really nice point of the show actually when we play that song, because it does obviously mean a lot to a lot of people. And it kind of holds a lot for us as well. So performing it and seeing everyone's reaction, it's a really, really lovely moment.
We've had messages from people saying like, "Keep on moving," really got me out of a dark space in my life, which saved my life. And you go, and you can actually, like when we sing it, you can sort of see that and hear that back.
It's definitely a song that's transcended the boy band thing, because I think so many people that I talk to that they're probably, like people that are not fans of us, of our band, they wouldn't listen to any of our other tunes. But that song, it just crosses over into other tastes.
The energy that song brings to a room, like when I DJ and I play that song, everyone feels it. Everyone goes off. Like it's
brilliant. We're very lucky to have it. Very lucky.
It's such a special song. There's one song I didn't notice.
You guys are welcome.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate you, boys. Thank you so much for this. This has been an
really appreciate it.
Bucket list moment for me. Please release all your albums on vinyl. I've got the one that was, but I want the rest on vinyl. So can you talk to the team about that?
We'll talk to the team, and hopefully we get to see you in Sydney on the 16th.
Yeah, genuine love and support, man. Genuinely appreciate it.
Be great to meet you.